Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
All right, you guys, so here's the deal. The minute that we pass over the twisty straw for the boring regular straw is the moment we can know for sure that we have officially succumbed to adultitis. So this painting that I have with me here today is called A Little Whimsy. And if you look really, really close, you might be able to tell that the mane on this giraffe has pink and purple streaks in it. Now, interestingly, when I first began this painting and was working on the early stages, I intended for the spots to have all different colors in it as well and be really filled with whimsy. But as it went along, some of you artists out there, you might know, like when you're in the middle of a piece, sometimes it takes on a life of its own. Sometimes it kind of goes in a direction that you didn't anticipate. And that was the case with this one. It ended up that I felt like I think it needs to be mostly more natural colors, except for this whimsical mane, of course, right? And of course the little twisty straw. And that's the thing is the title became A Little Whimsy. And the thing about whimsy is, to me and to Kim, it's such an important but overlooked thing. It has the power to transform our businesses, our environments, and our lives. So, like, let's just say your business, for example. If you would like to generate a more positive word of mouth for your business, or maybe you would like employee morale and engagement to increase, maybe you want your customer satisfaction ratings to rise. Maybe you're a part of a cause or a charity or a association and you want to attract more people to it. Or maybe you just want to have life feel more magical. Well, I've got the secret for you, and it's a little whimsy. Now, keep in mind I said a little. Just like one drop of food coloring into a little bit of water, a little whimsy is enough to transform everything. The giraffe in this painting sort of sums up this concept perfectly. If you just have too much whimsy, no one takes you seriously. If you're walking around with just clown shoes on, going to the bank, and, rainbow hair, like everything is ridiculous, no one takes you seriously. But if you have just a little bit, the world takes notice. So I want to give you an example. One of the things that I love most about Canada, and I don't know if anyone has ever said this about Canada, but I noticed that their walk signals are different than what we have here in the state. Not all of them, but a lot of their walk signals look like this. And when I saw this little dude, I was like, man, he looks happy. He looks like he's got like a pep in his step. He looks, like he's positive or optimistic somehow. He doesn't have a face. What is going on here? And then I compared him to his US cousin, who is just like crunched over, burdened by the world, right? Looks like he's in pain, which kind of makes sense because he's got no feet. I think that's the thing. The Canadian guy, he's got feet. And he's just like, hey, dudes, how's it going? And this other guy's like, oh, woe is me, I don't know. It's a subtle difference, but I would much rather be the fellow on the top, wouldn't you? So just a little bit of whimsy is enough to remind you of that child that still lives inside, right? It's the one that knows that even though you have to fill out that tax form, doesn't mean you have to like it. That child inside is the one who's good at inciting small rebellions. That's what we did on Escape Adulthood Day, was just all sorts of little small rebellions, these little tiny things. It might look like dyeing a pink streak in your hair. It might be wearing colorful socks under your business attire. It might be transforming an old kickball into a cool planter, or surprising your wife with a fun anniversary message to let adultitis know that there's a new sheriff in town. They may be simple, but it was Leonardo da Vinci who said simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. They're often overlooked, but they make a big difference. And it's tempting to kind of see these things, little touches of whimsy, as frivolous, superfluous, insignificant. But they actually do something quite important. They have the power to uplift the human spirit. we need that now more than ever. Indeed, whimsy is divine. And so the prescription is to add a little whimsy to someone's day. And if that someone is you, all the better. Whenever you can add a little whimsy and gladness and gaiety to a person's day, do it. As P.T. Barnum said, the noblest art is that of making others happy. Never underestimate the power of a little whimsy.